Alright, we're going to have a quick look at doing the solid geometry. For this, the question has given us an auxiliary view and a front view of the object, and they've given us this cutting plane which cuts through that corner over there. They say draw a sectional top view, that'll go down over here, and draw a sectional left view, that'll go across over there. I'll show you now as to why that is. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly label these points. So here, I always like to start out by labeling that center over there as 0, and that would be the apex of the pyramid. I then come over here, furthest away from the XY axis, I'm going to label that as number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. Okay, once I've got that, I need to transfer those points onto the front view. So I'm going to take lines coming down, just take some construction lines coming from those points to those lines. It will help you later with the actual drawing itself, as far as getting your accuracy, and also it just helps you to make sure that you get them in the right place. So 7 over there, that will be over there. 6 and 8 will be on this point. 8 and 6. 1 and 5, 1 and 5. 2 and 4, 2 and 4. And this one will be 3 over there. Right, once we've got that, what I like to do is I like to start by actually labeling the cutting plane along here. Right, how many lines do I have here? You can see one number over there going down to 0. Therefore, I've got one line, and I'm going to label that point as A. A would be over there. There is point A on that corner. Right, over here, you'll see that I've got 2 lines. How do I know that there are 2 lines? There's an 8 and a 6. 8 is coming down, 6 is coming down, so I've got 2 points there, and I'm going to label that B, and I'm going to label that C over there. Right, if I wanted to, I could literally take that back into this view over here, and I'm going to say, okay, I've got point B on this line 8, 0, and I've got C on this line 6, 0. Right. Continuing over here, you'll see that I've got a point over here, and I'm going to label that as B, C, D, D, and E. All right, D and E over there. Right, to find that on this cutting plane, well, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. Probably the easiest is to take a line coming across over here. I'm just going to use a different color so that you can see it. And take that across to that line over there. I'm going to take that back into this view over here, and then I'm going to rotate that around using a pair of compasses. That distance from that center is going to be rotated around to that line 1, 0, and rotated around to 5, 0. So I can now label this. Let's label that point, number D over there, and that E over there. Right, continuing over here, I'm going to take this line going back over here, and you can see that it is cutting through these two lines, number 2 and 4, so I'm going to call that F and G over there, and I'm going to call this point over here point F, and that over there G over there. Right. The last one is cutting through on this line 3, 0, taking that back over there, and we can call that point H over there. If you want to, you can actually physically draw in the cutting plane that you have over here. So there we go, just going to do that, draw in a line going from there to there, a line going from there to there, a line going from C to D over there, from A to C over here. Right, from A to B over here, from B to E over here, from E to G over there, and from G to H over here. I like to do that. It's not necessary. You can see where the points are, but it just helps you to see that cutting plane. If I was to actually hatch this thing, I would hatch that away, and obviously those lines that are in there, they would disappear completely. Right. Okay, once I've got that, I'm going to draw in a line going across over here, and I'm going to label it with a big X and a Y. Note, capital letters, please. Okay. I've got a little bird that is going to fly along here, and it's going to land on that cutting plane over there. If it's going to land on that cutting plane, you can see that this surface over here with all of these numbers is going to be cut away, and I'm only going to be left with those numbers over there. So I'm going to take these points down. Okay. I'm just going to take all of these points just from the cutting plane down into my drawing over here. Okay, and I'm then going to transfer just those letters from my view over here. So from XY to A is that distance over there. Find A over here, bring it down over here, mark it off over there. You'll see that A and H are on the same line over there. So if I come along here and I label that first of all as A, there's point A over there. I'm going to find where H is. You'll see H is obviously on that point over there. So H coming down over here, there would be H on my drawing. And I can then go to the next set of numbers. You'll see over here that C, okay, C and, C over here. There's C over there, come to C over there, go down, mark it off. There is C. D. There is D over there. Find D over here, bring it down, mark it off. There is D. There is F over there. F. Find F over here, bring it down, mark it off. Label it. There is H over here. Find H over here. Well, we've already got that. You'll see that that distance is over there. Right. I can continue over here. G. There is G. Find G over there. Bring it down to the XY axis. Mark it off. Label it. E. There is E over there. Find E over here. Bring it down. And mark it off. B is over there. Find B over here, bring it down, and mark it off. Right, once I've got that in place, I'm going to draw in that cutting plane. I'm going from A to C, going from C to D, going from D to F, going from F to H, going from H to G. Let's get that accurate as you can. Going from G to E. Going from E to B over here. And going from B to A over there. Right, if you've drawn accurately, you should find that this side of things is going to be exactly the same as that. Right, once I've done that, I then take my 45-degree set square, and we're going to just hatch that very quickly. Okay, so we're going to go in over here, and we're hatching that as fast as we can. There we go. There we go. That's it. Okay, once we've got that, I then say, all right, what can this eagle see? It's cut away at that part, but this bottom part is still here. So I'm going to be able to see this line 70, okay? It's going quite seriously down there. I need to take this 0 over here, there, and I need to figure out what distance 0 is away from the XY axis. There is my 0 from the XY axis. Find the 0, go to the new XY axis, label it over there. There is point 0. And if I've drawn accurately, you should find that it is parallel to the XY axis. Note, A0 is parallel to the XY axis over there. It's going to be parallel over here. Once I've got that, well, I think you can sort of see what's going on here. I need to draw some lines going from C, I need to draw a line going from B. Okay, and all of these lines going through here would be done in hidden detail. Now, the question doesn't ask you to do hidden detail, but I always like to say just put it in, because sometimes they are giving marks for that hidden detail, and I would always recommend putting it in just in case they are asking you to give that hidden detail. You'd have hidden detail going from 0 to H, but you can't see that little bit that goes up to A over there. And there we go. That is the view done for the top view. Right, okay, once we've done that, and then say, all right, what do I need now? I need to have the left view. Okay, so I'm going to stand on the left-hand side, I'm going to look across at this, and I'm going to have to cut away this bottom part over here in order to see that cutting plane. Right, what I can do is to do a XY axis over here. Let's do that very quickly. Nice 0.3 pencil coming along here, zap that in there, and label it with an X and a Y over there. Right, once I've got that, I'm going to take a construction line coming down from that intersection, and I now take lines coming across from these points. Okay. Okay, let's start with the central point over here, going up into this drawing. There it is, going up over there. And I can now say, all right, well, what numbers are on that line? I've got 0, I've got A, I've got H. Okay, now, remember, 0 is going to have been cut away, so we don't need to transfer 0 into this drawing. But A and H are still very much there, so I'm going to take a line coming from A over here, across, and from H, which is over there, coming across, and I have got A at the top here and H down at the bottom here. Right, let's have a look at G and F. There is G and F coming across. Let's find G. G is this point over here, coming across there. Take that up over here, and I have got G over there, and F coming across over there from that point, take that up, and I have got F over there. Right, let's look at D and E. Take that across over here. There is D over there. Take that up over there. Let's call that D over there. E coming across over here. Going up over there, and I have got E over there. Okay, last two is B. Okay, B and C, I need to take those across. B and C. There is B over there, take that across. Take that up over here. There is B over there. C, take that across. C is over there. There is C. Right. Remember, the little man is able to see the cutting plane, so I can draw that in straight away. There's C to D, C to A to B, B to whatever that is. That was E. Here we go, this is, just need to find G. G is this one over here, coming up there, so that's the one that I'm going for. There we go. And G to H. To find F, there is F over there, and F going to D over there. Right, once you've got that in place, straight away I'm going to hatch this. Let's just get some lead in there. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just going to ask it nicely to draw for me. There we go. Go. There's the hatching all done. All right, if you look at this, the little man, he cut away the bottom part, but the top part is still very much there. So I need to take those numbers across. I'm going to take those across. Let me just try and find another color quickly. Let's take this blue. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use this yellow. There is that line coming across. 6 and 8. Take that across. 1 and 5. Take that across. 2 and 4. Take that across. And 3. Take that across. Right, let's get those measurements. There is A and 7. They are on the same point. So there is 7 over there. Okay, 3 is the same distance away. So if I look at that, if I'm clever, I will be able to say A and 3 are on the same line. So there's a line coming out from 3. That point over there is 3. Let's just do that darker so you can see it. There is 3 over there. Okay, let's do 4. Okay, how do I get the distance? 4 and 6. Let's just have a look at that. 4 and 6, they are the same distance away from each other, from the XY axis. Okay, so I can go over here. Let's find point number 6, come across here, plop that down over there. That would be point number 6 over there. And point number 4, if I drop a line coming straight down over here, it will link up with 4. So you can see this line coming from 4. That point over there will be point 4 in there. Okay. The next ones is number 5. Number 5 is this distance away from the XY axis. Number 5 there. Come along here, find 5, go across there, pop that down, and label it number 5. There is number 5. Okay. What do we need now? Number 3 we've already got. Let's do number 2. There is number 2 coming from the XY axis to 2. Find 2 over here, come over here, knock that down in there. You'll see that it's very, very close. It's in there. There's number 2 in there. Okay, it's just on the inside. There's number 1. Number 1, that far away from the XY axis. Let's find number 1, go across over here, pop that over there. There is number 1 over there. Okay, and number 8 over here. There is number 8 over there. Find number 8 over here, go across over here, mark that off over there, and there is number 8 over there. Right. Now, what we're going to do now is to, first of all, go, okay, I will definitely be able to see that. There has to be a line going from there to there. There has to be a line going from there to there. There has to be a line going from there to there. There has to be a line going from there to there. Okay? Now we start looking at this and going, okay, that, I have a line that needs to go from 5 to D over there. I need to have a line that goes from 1 to E over there, okay? And these lines over here would be then in hidden detail. So I've got a line that's going to be in hidden detail going from 1 to 2, and from 2 to 3 over here, and from 3 to 4 over here, and from 4 to 5 over here. All right? And then I say, okay, but I also have a line that's going to go from 4 to F, so I need to have a hidden detail line going from 4 to F over there. I need to have a line that is going to go from 2 to G over here. Okay, if you look over there, where is my number 2? There's 2 going to G, so there's a hidden detail line over there. And I've got a line that's going to go from 3 to H over here, and that will also be in hidden detail. Straight going up there. There we go, and that is the drawing completed.